Now we are going to focus on the linear recursion question of 2017 SMO. Linear recursion is a classical topic when it comes to mathematical Olympiad. So we are going to focus on this specific question, clear the mechanics and the fundamentals around this topic. So let's get into it. So the data that was given for us, it began like ax plus by is equal to 40. It's the simple relationship. Then we were given ax square plus by square is equal to 110. So x and y, they were raised to the power of 2. Then there was again an increase such that ax cube plus by cube is equal to 310. Nice. Again and raise ax to the power 4 plus by to the power 4 is equal to 890. Nice. Again and raise ax to the power 5 plus by to the power 5. What it is, we are supposed to answer. So how we can work this out is, it's through observing the pattern that is actually going on and same relationship between the data that we were actually given. So what's the relationship you can observe here? Here there's ax square plus by square. So when you have given ax square plus by square, just observe the next term is ax cube plus by cube. So its square is turning into cube. So if that is the case, what we could actually do to convert that x square and raise it to the consequent power, that is ax cube, we should just multiply it by x prime, then only we get this particular power. And to raise the by square and to by cube, again we have to multiply it by y. Then if we multiply the whole expression by x plus y, we end up with something like ax cube ax square y plus bxy square plus by cube. So that's what we end up with. So you see, here's ax cube plus by cube. In addition to that, we are ending up with ax square y plus bxy square in this instance. So it's ax square plus by square again times x plus 1. So what are these things actually? Just pay attention. This ax square plus by square, it's here, right? One of the very fundamental relationship that we actually give. X plus y, okay, that's something we were putting out here. Ax cube plus by cube, it's again here, it's something that was already given. And ax square y times b plus bxy square, you can actually observe here and actually rewrite it as, when you take xy as common, ax plus b. So this is actually something like this. It could be rewritten. And this ax plus by, it's again actually here. So basically, in the data sequence that we were given, it's kind of the relationship between the three consecutive aspects of two consecutive relationships that were given for us, which we accompany with x plus y and xy to create the whole relationship. That's what is exactly going on here. So since that's what is actually going on here, we can use the data that's actually here to make it clear as well. So what we can do, we can put on something like x 110 times x plus y, which we don't know, is equal to x equals by, which is 310 plus xy, which we don't know, times x plus b. We can create from here. Then what we can, then we can actually put in next term, which is ax to the power 4 plus by to the power 4. We can construct a similar relationship using a cube plus by cube and so b. And what we have to do, we have to multiply it again by x plus y. And if we do so, we will end up with something like ax to the power 4 is by to the power 4 as usual. In addition to that, we are going to get a term like this, and this is a 1 with b x y. So we have to subtract it from there to get it. Basically, picture to be written like when you multiply both of these things, you're gonna get this new. So we can actually eliminate this, and we can write this is equal to this. So if that's the key, again, we can write this as by taking x, y as common, ax square plus by square. So now we were able to create the components through another relation such that this particular term, as it is here, this particular term, as it is here, and this particular term, as it is here, are actually involved. So this will come up something like in x cubed will be y, which is 310 times x plus y, which we don't know, is equal to just by to the power 4, which is 850, plus x5 times ax squared plus by squared, which is 110. So these are the second relationship. So we're able to actually construct two relationships out of the data that we were actually given. Now what we can do, we can just extend it, we can actually extrapolate on it and see how the pattern will give us the relation could be helpful to derive the value of x to the power of 5 plus by to the power of 5. So what we can do from here, just as we have done for the previous two expressions or relationships, we can find a x to the power of 4 plus by to the power of 4 times x plus y is equal to ax to the power of y plus by to the power of y, just like we have done here, which is raising one power up times plus xy times ax cubed plus by cubed. Now we know x to the power 4 plus by to the power 4. It is 890. We don't know x plus y, but we can figure it out. We don't know this, which is exactly what we need to figure it. Let's mark it as capital M. Xy we don't know. Ax cubed plus by cubed, we know it's 310. So 310 xy. So if we actually know x plus y and xy, we can find out n. That's what we really want to find out. And here we were given two relationships to exactly do that. So we just need to find out x plus y and xy. Now need to find out x and y individually. So let's assume x plus y has to be a and xy to be b. Then we can write 110 a is equal to 310 plus 40. First relationship. Here we can write 310 a is equal to 890 plus 110 b. The second relationship. We have to solve for a and b. So what we can do, so we can multiply to easily solve this thing. We can multiply this by 11. So yes, we can multiply this by 11. And we can multiply this by 4. We would end up with 440b plus 3410 is equal to 1210a. 1240a is equal to 3560 plus 440b. Then we just have to subtract this from here and we would end up something like 30a is equal to 150. So a is equal to 5. So if a is equal to 5, we just have to do the substitution here. If we do so, we would end up with something like 550 is equal to 304 plus 40b, which suggests 240 is equal to 40. B is equal to 6. So B is equal to 6, A is equal to 5. So we just come again here and put the relationship between. We just try to fill it up. So A is equal to x plus y. That's how we assumed it to be as here. So 890 times n is 5 is equal to m, which we have to figure out, plus 310 times b, which is 6. So we end up with something like 4,450 is equal to m plus 1,860. So m would be equal to 90, 60 to 2,600 and 2,590. So the answer for this question would be 2,590.